want to see the flame, so don't spark the match. We like rookie Kurt Angle, make your ankle snap. Three amigos like Eddie, but don't lie, you steal. Only cheat when we got it, but to win we will. Mike skills like Dusty, but go hard like Brock. I'm a stunner like Austin, dropping elbows like Mach. Y'all don't want to see the finish, cause it's us on top. 1, 2, 3, get the V and get a warrior pop. Yo!
Hey guys, it's Wednesday. It's another edition of the Bump Boys AEW review. It's me. As always, it's Joe and Will.
Oh, what up? Yo,
What's
you missed your
going on,
chance
guys?
to say, yo, it's me. It's Danny DP.
Danny.
It's Danny Schwager.
Great. Now everyone knows my name.
What do you mean? It says it right there.
Bro, it's on your Instagram.
Facts.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, facts. We're not the governments, but we had a AEW Dynamite review, and I have some mixed feelings about this show, guys.
Agreed.
They jammed way too much in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I hope next week Tony Khan's announcement is 3 hours.
Hopefully. Maybe that might be it because we like
he
to
does a
compare.
third hour for Ring of Honor.
Hopefully, because we like to compare. Monday Night Raw had a lot in it, but it flowed really well. It really did. This kind of felt, once again, like Danny said, just so much stuffed in one tuna can, and then it all just came out.
I'm kind of annoyed. I hope his announcement is like either it's probably going to be like something stupid like a Ring of Honor show or a Ring of Honor pay-per-view or a streaming service finally.
Maybe with Samoa Joe probably winning the can't spoil that because that just happened tonight. So let's get into the review. We kicked off and
Hey, they don't care about spoilers. That they already know what happened.
oh yeah, facts. You're right. Yeah, I forgot from What Culture, Adam whatever his name. What's his name?
They're watching a review. I'm pretty sure they don't know.
He's like, you can't spoil it. He's like, you're watching a review. All right, so let's get into it. So we had CM Punk versus Penta Oscuro, and this match didn't live up to what I thought it was gonna be.
No.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm still match of the year struck from Adam Cole versus Christian.
Dude,
Like, I'm
you're gonna be comparing that to way too much shit.
Well, the thing is, like, it set that Dynamite with the tag team match. It literally like set the bar to like what a top match could be in. Yeah, what it could be. So then when you give us the Punk Penta, I was like, oh god, something we want to see. We haven't seen in AEW. This should be really good. And there was a botch that wasn't a botch, and I just realized that he was doing it. He did that on purpose to sell a knee thing, and we have a short on that. But I don't know. Like, this match was like okay. It felt slow.
I wasn't invested in it.
I feel like this whole show felt slow paced.
Yeah, like it's crazy. CM Punk, Christian is like older than CM Punk, right?
Yeah,
he looked so much more fast paced and like in ring shape than what CM Punk did tonight.
Yeah.
CM Punk is just woo.
Yeah, it's very.
I'm very scared for him when he goes against Adam Pengman or Adam Cole, which I think is gonna be I think it's gonna be Adam Cole on Friday.
Yeah, whichever Adam it is.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe?
It was not this. I've learned to understand that we're not going to get CM Punk from 7 years ago, where he was in his prime.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's able to move around and stuff like that, I guess it's good enough. But I think people are going to be disappointed with this match because they're thinking they're getting, the old era CM Punk, and that's not who he is anymore. He's had injuries. He's not the same. Like, he's not as mobile as he used to be. So I think people still are holding CM Punk to that standard. And I think they need to have a reality check that, that's not him anymore.
Yeah.
And the sooner people understand it, I think that's the sooner
they'll enjoy the new
CM Punk's value isn't as high as it used to be.
Oh yeah, definitely. Last week definitely proved it with him not even on the card.
But you know whose value I think is up this week? Leading into our next match, the AEW Tag Team titles, Jurassic Express and the Red Dragons. Younger Boy's value is going up. That man,
of course,
his value's up.
He's a workhorse.
I gotta say one thing. Can people stop doing Excalibur. Oh my God, Tocasino through the middle rope. People need to stop. That literally was done in every match on this card. I'm pretty sure, except for the blue. What's her name?
Sky Blue.
Sky
Fat
Blue
ass Blue?
versus
Fat ass Blue.
yeah, Fat as Blue. Besides, like that match, I think everybody did a fucking Copacito, whatever you want to call that move. Like it's so overdone. Now Jungle Boy did his variation through the bottom rope, through the middle, and then tried to do it through the top, and then Luchasaurus did the springboard off the apron. But
Luchasaurus, oof, so flat on his feet.
who dethrones the Jurassic Express? Christian has to turn. That's the only way I can see
I know
it.
what it is. I think I know. Combat Club.
You think so?
Mox and Brian.
Mox and Brian, they're the two, yeah, with Wheeler holding the ROH media belt. Yeah, that's the only thing I can say on that. But this match was good. It was fast paced. It had its spots. I'm not a big fan of the Red Dragons. Like I'm not a big fan of that Shin Sasuke. What do they call it? Like Naruto style. That's not right. Shin Sasuke. No, not the ninjutsu. It's called strong style. Sorry, strong. Wow, my bad. I was thinking that Shin Sasuke. I'm not a fan of strong style. Like, and I've already mentioned this multiple times. Like, because I know how wrestling works, seeing people try to sell these shots as actual shots, like it just doesn't work. It doesn't. My brain doesn't.
Is that kind of like the main event when they slapped each other's chest?
Yeah, I wasn't even a big fan of that. Well, no, that actually like there's like techniques to that, but it still like hurts. It's more just like selling these kicks, and if I want to see that, like I said, I'll go watch UFC. I'll watch a boxing match. I'll watch a kickboxing match. I just don't want to see it on my wrestling. I want to see wrestling moves. I want to see suplex, power slams. I don't mind all the aerial moves, but I just don't like that strong style kind of wrestling.
It's good when it's done in moderation, and
Correct.
They're beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, like Kyle O'Reilly, his whole fucking like moves is just strong style moves, like these kicks and these, like I just don't like seeing that
strong style. This is why I'm not really that like ready to like watch that Roman Reigns Shinsuke match at the end of next month at Backlash.
WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah, but Roman will throw his kind of style in, and like even there's time and places for like slower matches, but overall it was a decent match. And like Joe say, Jungle Boy is still think they have one of the better intros in AEW. I just love that.
I might rank theme songs.
I just
haven't
think
decided yet.
We come from a land.
I think we should rank theme songs once.
We should rank theme songs because
yeah. My next question for you and Dan is, who do you think is going to be more over, Jungle Boy or MJF?
MJF.
Okay. He did have his match tonight, and he did a really good job. But we had the treat of seeing two of the pillars of AEW, future pillars. MJF and Jungle Boy fight tonight. But MJF had a decent thing himself.
Yeah. And then the fifth pillar / sixth pillar, Wardlow too. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wardlow is a star.
When he wrestles, it's gonna be amazing.
He's what Goldberg wishes he could have been, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
he can actually wrestle. Yeah,
it's gonna be a bidding war when his contract is up.
Yeah, because WWE is going to want him. Like Vince is gonna be on his deathbed. Pray the man. I need Wardlow.
and then he's gonna have Cody calling him. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, trying to get him over because Wardlow just. He's one of the highlights for me for this segment with Wardlow. If you guys didn't see it, Wardlow was beating up security guards backstage, left one person backstage butt naked, took his clothes. It's like he just left one on a t-shirt, but he took his staff t-shirt, and while MJF was on the outside near the railings, the crowd's highlighting how he did a nice little move on Sean Dean. Wardlow appeared behind him, was smiling, and it took, again, another 50 dudes to take care of Wardlow, and Wardlow just, the intensity, man, is just, they're building a star, man. Wardlow is, I'm sorry, WWE, you got someone that's going to draw people.
The funniest part of that match has to be when the ref gets the 9, and he's like, whatever AEW's paying you, I'll double it.
Triplet, yeah. Fuck doubling. Triplet, yeah. That was actually I actually like that part. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me a lot of MJF. I just realized it. I can't believe I never really thought. MJF, does he not give you JBL vibes?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Rich guy, he'll pay his way through. Like I was just watching the 07 or
Him and
08
Shawn Michaels.
Raw. No, not the Shawn Michaels one. When JBL had just first came back and he had the feud with Chris Jericho when he came back trying to sell the gimmick of get your hands off me. And he was telling all the referees, I'll buy you and then I'll sell you to another company. Like, he was, like just getting that like MJF gives me that vibes. And I've always loved the JBL gimmick. So MJF is just doubling down on it. I personally feel like it sounds weird. I think MJF to even extend that gimmick, he needs to start pulling up in a limousine, not saying to the ring, but like showing up to the arena. He needs to like pull up to like a limousine and come out and be like, you know, just give us more of that rich boy kind of style. I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Especially, I think maybe when he wins the title.
Yeah, because I could see Wardlow destroying the limousine. Like that'd be another like part of it that you could see Wardlow destroying MJF's limousine. But
Honestly,
Wardlow's a problem for WWE. In a year, Wardlow's is because you saw Danny. Remember when we went to the Connecticut show? Wardlow was getting like younger girls who like teens who you would never think would come to watch a show, and they only stood up and was cheering for when Wardlow was there. That was the only time. And Hook and Wardlow are going to be those
sex dynamites for women.
Facts. They're going to be what I feel like Ultimate Warrior and what Hulk Hogan and Macho Man was in the 80s, where these girls just drooled over this like manly guy. Hook and Wardlow are going to be like the new era. You know, history repeats itself. So great segment though overall. Congrats to Sean Dean getting that win.
So he had a new Twitter bio. Beat MJF twice in his bio. He put in his bio on Twitter.
Only man to beat MJF twice.
So another topic we talked about earlier was with the strong selves, you know, beating the horse over again. How do you guys feel about the trios matches that we've been receiving?
They're definitely getting ready to give us a trios belt.
Do you feel, because we had
that
Kingston,
could be the
Santana
announcement next week?
It could be. Like I said, we had trios match, which is Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz versus JAS. But my issue is I feel like they're
on Rampage.
One second, Danny. I feel like they keep forcing these trios matches down our throats. Like every week we get a trios match, and it's starting to not feel like a it's starting to just feel like a 6-man tag at this point. It doesn't feel like trios. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's supposed to feel like, though. I think they're trying to get the people used to seeing more 6-man tags since they're gonna have the belts, though.
Yeah, they're gonna have those belts. You can tell it's coming.
So
they have way too many teams.
I wasn't a big fan of this match.
No, not at all.
What did you think about it, Danny? Any like highlights that you saw from this match?
Not really. It was kind of boring.
The 6-man. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I like the role that Jericho's playing with JS and like how they got attacked when they were pulling up in the private jet, that kind of stuff.
I do like how he's like using sports entertainment as like his gimmick.
Yeah. Like the plague almost.
Off of it.
Yeah, like that bad plague that's going to transfer over from WWE into AEW. And as Kingston says, we don't want that here, buddy.
So one more thing. Well, so you talked about Hook, you know, being that, you know, chick magnet now for the new era. Backstage, we got announced that Hook will have his first ever Dynamite match next week, his Dynamite debut. So
Tony Nese,
which is nice.
Honestly, finally someone who can wrestle.
Yeah, someone who can push Hook and we can see what he could do.
Well, he did fight Salio del Sol or whatever. That was nice. Fuego del Sol. So,
yeah, but we mean someone who's like more built. Yeah, more built than he is. More obviously the QT Marshall thing. But I like the whole thing they're doing with Dan Housing and Hook and everything like that.
It's kind of funny.
It is, but they need you could just tell Hook is very developmental. So
I think the payoff is eventually Hook versus Dan Housing.
You think so? You think that's going to be at
Dan Housing's like debut.
I could see Danhausen teaming up with Hook though. I think I could see that. And then at the end of the match, Danhausen trying to curse Hook or something like that. I could just see something like that, remember? Because I feel like they're giving Hook one of these more like funny gimmicks kind of things to start off with. After the whole seriousness with like QT Marshall, you know, the padded one taking over the Jedi.
Yeah.
There's the padded one, and then what's the name? The other version to the Apprentice. There we go. Well, no, Padawan, and then there's your master.
Padawan, there's your master.
There you go.
And
That's what I'm saying.
Jedi Knight.
Yes, master. Yes, master. What do we have next, though? What do we have next on the
card?
We had
Marina Shafir, who squashed Sky Blue.
This was horrible. First of all, why did they let Sky Blue get squashed? She was just in a nice 6-man tag match on Rampage last week.
No, it was Dynamite. It was Dark.
Oh, it was on Dark. But anyway, though, like, why are you squashing her to this? And the crowd was booing. Did you guys hear the boos in the crowd?
Yeah, it wasn't.
She
well received.
She is a UFC person.
She's a Ronda, bro. This shit was horrible. I was just like, oh, okay, judo throw. She picked her up. People were booing the shit out of her. Like, we don't like the AEW. What are you doing?
I hope she doesn't beat Jade.
Like, why? I don't wait. First of all, I just don't understand why AEW is doing this. Like, you have people like Blue Sky, right? No, not Blue
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue. Sorry, I always suck it. I think of like a Baka. Sky Blue is someone that we can really get behind. Someone like Willow, we can all kind of get behind. People actually like her. Ruby Soho. Like, you have all these other female talents on the roster. You don't need to be just trying to sign all these random UFC. Like, they're not going to bring over fans. They're not even up to the level of like what Ronda was, where Ronda had her fans. You know what I'm saying?
This girl, usually the Maria Shana is literally just the wife of Roderick Strong. She's the wife of Roderick Strong. Yeah. That's what she's most famous for.
Yeah, that's facts. Like, it's just,
she's one of the 4 horsewomen of UFC.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just like, that's UFC though. Like, are they really bringing over that big of a fan base? Like, I just don't like. Really. You have young stars that you could build. Like I said, Willow, Sky Blue. I actually said her name right for the first time in my life. Ruby Soho. There's obviously Chris Statlander, who's waiting on legit Layla Hurst to get healthy. Like, go along that kind of route. Like, you don't need to sign. And like, you're talking about budget too, which is the funny thing. The AEW was talking about budget. You didn't need to sign these other people.
Big week about budgets, because this is the weekend. This is the 2-year anniversary of. Actually, it's tomorrow. No, it's Friday. Friday is going to be the 2-year anniversary of when they cut all those people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who did they cut?
Everybody.
The Black Friday. WWE.
Yep, the Black Friday. They do it every year.
Yeah,
so something's gonna happen in the next couple days.
No, I don't think we're gonna see something. Maybe. Well, they already cut Nash Carter, so that was part of the beginning.
People.
No, Danny. I just brought it up as a joke. Remember, we're on AEW. We're not gonna go into
one last thing. It actually kind of goes to AEW.
Wait, but does it refer to Nash Carter in WWE?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
It's people are complaining that we should
Nash Carter.
No, that they should replace Cody Rhodes in the DLC for 2K with the Nash Carter DLC, because Nash Carter's supposed to be.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yo, Daddy said, no, it's not Nash Carter related.
It's not.
The reason why people want fucking Nash Carter. Wait, they want Nash Carter to be a DLC thing?
No, Nash Carter was announced as DLC.
Oh, they want to remove him.
Yeah, and replace him with Cody.
I guarantee how many people are gonna edit his in-ring wrestling intro and do one of these. It's like, no, not. I can so
anyway. We
Honestly,
had Team Taz versus Keith Lee and Swerve.
This was nice.
It's a okay match.
This was a good match. Good workers in the ring. I don't really have much to say about it. It was just all right.
Commentating, y'all need to step y'all game up. Like, they were surprised that Taz did what he did. They're like, oh my god, Taz has always been about Team Taz. Like, what the they're commentating gets me so annoyed, as they act as if like, oh,
they act like they're retarded.
Well, like, yeah, like Taz was part of like Team Keith Lee. I'm like, bro, Taz this is Taz's team. He's going to make sure they win. Like, why do you think he went down there? Oh my God, I can't believe you do something like, and it wasn't even like, to sell it. It was just like, wow, I'm so surprised. Like, come on now. You're not surprised.
You knew there had to be some sort of trickery because they weren't going to have them lose clean.
Lose clean. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I think we get a at all full gear.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. I'm still getting used to the pay-per-views. All right, so at Double or Nothing, we probably get Ricky Starks versus Swerve Scott for the belt, and then we got Hobbs versus Keith Lee, probably for the number one contendership to Ricky's belt, which I could see.
I could see that. But I agree with that. I think that's the best way to run about it. But Will, speaking of belts, I think this was a controversial part of the night. We had the Ring of Honor World Television Championship match. Minoru Suzuki defending against Samoa Joe. In a match, I don't know. I didn't feel it. And I love both wrestlers.
I didn't like it either.
It seemed slow. It seemed sloppy. I saw the outline of Joe's nuts way too much. It was just
down there,
bro. When you see Suzuki changing his grip down there, it's like, bro, what?
Damn. Oh, he Joe unplugged his mic.
Technical difficulties. Let's continue this.
Yes, we have technical difficulties right now because no one can hear Joe. Fucking up our quality, dogs. Don't be fucking up our shit, dogs. You don't do that.
It's back, guys. It's back.
Okay, so yeah,
you're not gonna come on here and fuck up our shit and fuck up our quality. It's bad television.
I have a complaint about this whole Ring of Honor buying bullshit.
Is it that they're featuring it on AEW way too fucking much?
Yes, and if you noticed at that Ring of Honor showcase, every person that was Ring of Honor lost their title to an AEW person.
Hey, you got to build it up, bro.
Except Jonathan Gresham, and he's going to be on AEW starting Saturday.
Wait, that wasn't the main title. Oh, I forgot. You're right. What the fuck? Wait, why does Ring of Honor have so many different belts?
Hey, Danny. Hey, if they were doing the job, they wouldn't be out of business. So,
people,
you got to spice it up, bro.
I gave it to the Queen's Takeover podcast because that's what they said it. They said this reminds. I've listened to their latest one, and they were like, this reminds it of when WWE bought WCW and gave all their WCW titles off to WWE people.
Why would it? So my rebuttal was, why wouldn't you? No one knows the ROH people. Everyone knows the AEW stars. Put the AEW stars in there, and then you build from there. Like no one was watching the product because no one really cared. Because if they were watching the product and they bought into the stuff, they wouldn't be, running out of money and stuff like that.
And owned by Tony Khan, yeah.
Like Tony would have to come and buy this shit. So
and
you
they
gotta
were
do what
selling
you gotta
it
do.
too, yeah. And they were taking offers. So they were.
Honest, do you know who the number 1 and number 2 offer was?
WWE and AEW.
Yep, Nick Khan was the second offer.
I don't even know why
WWE.
You know, ROH wasn't. It wasn't for ROH though. It was just a library content.
Well, I don't even know why WWE would want to do that. It must be for documentaries or something like that.
Yeah, it's mainly for documentaries and to put on the network.
Yeah.
But the problem is, all their big stars from ROH, they just released or shipped over to AEW. So I was like, that's probably when they pulled out. Was like, there's no real meaning.
Yeah, but then you get moments like what happened in the Samoa Joe match where, who was the dude's name that showed up? What was the dude's name? Does anybody know this guy's name?
Babalu. No. I don't know. He was an NBA star that was drafted.
I'm gonna have
someone who's drafted.
Someone look it up.
No, I don't even think he was an NBA star. I think he was just a basketball star on AEW.
Yeah, he's a basketball star that got drafted. They said.
I'm gonna go on Twitter see if Tony Khan.
And he works for like.
Oh, here we go.
Dutt.
His name was. Satnam Singh.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Question: is Singh his actual last name?
Yeah, his last name is Singh.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a, how WWE be like, this dude's from India. Let's call him, Singh. I'm like,
What? I thought Danny because Danny messaged him was like, "Who is that guy?" I was like, "You mean Sanjay Dutt? He used to be the Indian dude in the annoying motherfucker, the Jafar motherfucker in TNA." But then I was like, "Wait, am I on a delay?" Because I went back to rewind the Punk shit because I did this short on the Punk stuff, and I was like, "Oh, now he's talking about this dude, this Singh dude."
bro,
And
Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt wearing outfits trying to like stomp them out. I don't know. At the very end, like this. Well, first of all,
sloppy.
Samoa Joe won, and at the very end, it was just very sloppy. I thought.
Didn't it remind you of some TNA shit? Like I swear to God, I thought I was watching TNA for a second.
Yes.
And they're making this dude into a fake Great Khali. He was doing like the vice grip and shit. I was like,
Yo, not even like trying to flex his arms or anything. He was just kind of like holding his head.
Facts.
Like at one point, like Joe's head was just like slipping out of it. And I'm like, bro, holy shit! Like
honestly,
flex your arm, your forearms, like damn.
Honestly, I feel like AW was 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Facts, yeah. This kind of
felt 2 steps forward, bro. It was like 1 step forward, 3 steps back.
This kind of felt like a TNA show. This kind of felt like a TNA show to me. Like the ending, like the ending.
Yeah.
Like the women's match felt like a TNA match. The ending totally felt like a classic TNA beatdown. I was waiting for the bell to start ringing and just ding, 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 and like 6 sides of the ring to just show up out of nowhere and just.
I'm tired of these giant wrestlers who don't look like they actually like put the work in, like Omos and apparently Singh now. Like I don't know. I'm just over
it.
Like, according to them, AEW has a performance center in Atlanta. I didn't even know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, next
time I think he said Sanjay Dutt trains people there, and that's where he's from.
No, he said that he was training at the AEW training center in Atlanta.
Nah, I heard he was training with Sanjay Dutt. That's what he says.
Isn't it kind of funny that the training center?
She say.
It's probably Cody Rhodes' training center.
Probably.
That's probably the awkward part.
But let's wrap this up, yo. So what do we think about this week of AEW Dynamite?
I'll go first. 6.5.
You're a gracious man. I'm going like 6. Fuck that. No, I didn't even enjoy the shit. I'm gonna give it like a 5.8.
You could have went to dinner. You could have went to dinner.
6.2, 5, 4, 5, 3, 5, 8, 6, 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
Bro, I went to
6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. 8, 6, 7, 5.
I was in. So I'm in Pennsylvania, and I went to like the Wegmans. Like, oh, let me watch. I was like, let me watch part of the show, and I literally started watching the show, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah. And I literally put it away. She was like, you missing the show? I said, I don't think I'm missing much. I just walked away. I was like, I'll watch the recaps, but it was that fucking bad. Like,
yeah, after such a good Dynamite they gave us last week, it was very. I feel like they gave us so much, and like it's crazy because like none of this was like obviously there were title matches, but there's also the whole Battle of the Belts happening this Saturday, which everybody should tune into, and then there's also still Rampage.
Yeah,
I'm just laughing because Tony Khan's hype comment for this show. This is pay-per-view quality card on TV right now. Free to anyone on cable satellite, however you can get.
Bro,
dude,
the Punk match was not as good as people.
Bro, people take Tony Khan's announcements as actual information. Bro, this man can't.
Someone
fuck that, man.
I saw some funny like comments about his announcements. One of them was like, "Oh, Tony got a new crack dealer and he wants to announce it."
Listen up, everybody! I got a new crack dealer. Steve Holt.
And his name is Jeff Hardy.
Yo, that's hilarious, yo.
Start throwing crack rocks.
Yo, you're an asshole for that. I got a new crack dealer, and his name is Jeff Hardy. That's why Jeff is always doing this. He's like throwing out crack rocks. You know, like baseball games and football games and basketball games. They throw out T-shirts. Jeff is just throwing out crack rocks. Just
yo, Will. Tony crushing it right there, and he's like, I don't think I can do it. And then Matt Hardy comes over. Come on, that needs to go in your nose. Delete it. Delete. He's like,
I think we should. I think we should give me a second. I think.
Oh, that's hilarious, yo. He just said, "Do that line of crack. Delete it. Use his nose to delete."
Honestly, I think we should just end this show before.
Yeah, let's end it there.
Yes, I know. Yo, that's pure
gold, yo.
Peace.
Peace.
He's like,
Must bid you adieu, a goodbye, mwah, and good night.
Oh my God, it's so great.
Bang!